The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here we go. 120!
3 buzz, 3 buzz. Check.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mike 54.
Back to Taylor on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
3rd and 4.
280! 357.
Watch 54. Check the outs, check the outs.
Throwing is Wentz. Able to find Isabella. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
1-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Working from the gun, Wentz. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Empty.
And the Falcons are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
He
was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Hey, stand. 657.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
The score, Falcons 7, Saints nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. 10 black. 52 blaster. Let's go.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Tagovailoa are going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
It's our time.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Check. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Taylor. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's the receivers that spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 24, Wentz escaping the pressure right. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
QB's trash. Let's go.
Here's Taylor. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. When you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Watch the run. Mike's 5-4, Mike.
Great.
Mike's 5-4. 2 left.
Lefty.
Slam. Check it out.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Saints will have the football back.
Come on, the ball. 45.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
On the ground, Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
At the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Mike 54. Squeeze, double.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Saints nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I got him.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Jordan Reed has it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
13 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
There's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
I'm coming after you.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Mike 54. They're not ready for this.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now left side on the swing pass. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did it pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Play action. Now Wentz. This one caught by Isabella. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Taken down back at the 42.
Well, that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Eluding the pressure right. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now Wentz again. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
26 more yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here in the NFL. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It's a very, very difficult quarterback situation.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 81, 81. 54.
Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Deontay Harris. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully the punts.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a play fake. Wentz. His throw incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But it's going to be second down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll drop this down to Taylor. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on third and inches.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4 Tokyo.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bring it.
To throw is Wentz. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20.
I got wide. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. All day, just like that.
Wentz to throw again. He'll find his man. There's Taylor again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
52 is the mic right here, over.
Hey, 4 Tokyo.
You must be.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Here's Harris to return it. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Tagovailoa over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down.
And the Saints first down.
Tua sets up to pass it. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Offense obviously praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with a run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. I don't know if they threw it or if they
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Running with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe we'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Now Tua. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Complete to Traquan
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
8-yard line.
Try to pound it in. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Kamara, try him again. Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Tua on fourth down. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Their own 44-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
They run once more to Taylor. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think
the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's good.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. Taylor. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync, quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
10 yards to go.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final score.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Falcons, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.